Today my topic is charisma. What is charisma? This is actually a Greek word and its root is charm. Charm. Charm is an English word now. Charm means anything that is attractive, that is in a human being. Attraction in a human being. Charm need not necessarily be beauty. Charm need not necessarily be physical appearance. Especially, charisma is a term used with reference to men in power, and men who had in the olden days a royal, regal power and also a personal charm. In those days, by means of heredity, kings used to rule over their area, territory. But if the king was not charismatic, people would not appreciate his rule. How much ever beneficent, how much ever efficient, how much ever powerful the person was, if he was not charismatic, people would not appreciate him. So they used to take a lot of care about their appearance, about their abilities, both physical and mental. Charisma does not necessarily mean only physical appearance. It has mental, spiritual and social qualities that are expected of that person by the people around him. Generally, a person who has charisma enjoys leadership positions because people like to adore a person who has got a divine power. The original word in Greek means a favor given by God. Grace granted by God to chosen people was called charisma. Even now, that holds good. It cannot be defined in words. It can only be felt through the heart. So it is something related to the heart. It is not mere physical appearance. So charisma is related to physical appearance, mental quality, stability of mind, talk, skills, dealing with people, adaptability, leadership qualities, control of the mind, sympathy, pity for the poor. All these qualities come into charisma, not merely physical appearance. A charismatic leader is a person who has sympathy and pity for the suffering and the poor people also. But if he is poor, if he is suffering, if he is ugly, if he is stammering in speech, he can never enjoy charisma. He cannot be considered a charismatic person. So it goes without saying that for charisma, these qualities are important. Physical health, strength, stamina, appearance, attraction, speaking abilities, communication skills, helping nature, all those things related to leadership qualities come into this. One extra thing is inexplicable grace. What is that grace? We cannot tell, we cannot identify, we cannot describe. We can only feel through the heart. So Jawaharlal Nehru was a charismatic leader. Baron Trump is a charismatic leader. Elon Musk is a charismatic person. Narendra Modi is a charismatic person. Charismatic leader. So, these are a few examples. Ambani is a charismatic person. So, all film actors, beauty queens are not charismatic. We must understand that point very clearly. Charisma does not mean merely physical attraction, or merely money, or merely power. All these put together, when they come into force and action, and when they are appreciated by the public, when the human being, the person has a lot of following, he must be able to get a lot of following also. There are many great people who have written very great books, but it is not related to mere intellectual ability. It is not related only to genius. Genius is not necessary. It may be a part of charisma, but genius is not essential for charisma. So it need not necessarily be a bookish knowledge. A person who is supposed to be a genius all over the world, all through the time through his books, is not charismatic. Charisma is related only to a living person whom we can see with our eyes, contact through speech, see him, listen to him, get help from him, approachable. Charisma needs this quality also. He must be approachable. A charismatic person must be approachable, useful, within our reach, easy to be seen, easy to be heard, easy to be acquainted with. This is a very important feature of charisma. So it is a charm. It is like a spell. Spell is a religious term. It needs some supernatural power. But charisma is not supernatural. Okay, God has given a special feature to him or to her. Generally, we accept charisma only in men, especially with leaders. But rarely we find charismatic women also. You can take Indira Gandhi as a charismatic leader. We can take any successful woman who is able to attract the attention of the public through her work, through her talk, through her empathy, can be called charismatic. It need not necessarily be talk. All put together only is charisma. All religious speakers, all successful teachers are not charismatic. They must be able to control the people through their talk, through their touch, through their eye contact. That eye contact is important. They must be able to mesmerize people through their eye contact. But that is not also related to mesmerizing. Mesmerizing is generally related to physical attraction only. In our mythology, we find many angels mesmerizing people. So this is actually taken from the Greek mythology only. This is only taken, charisma is a Greek word taken from Greek mythology only. A special gift, a special grace given by God through birth is supposed to be charisma. So we cannot do anything about developing it. It is a God-given gift. And if we are able to identify a person with charisma, what we have to do is appreciate them. Attach ourselves to that person's circle. Show admiration. Join hands with that person so that we will have advantage of social recognition and we can get our work done easily. Not that that person will be flattered. Keep that in mind. A charismatic leader does not need flatterers. A charismatic leader will be able to distinguish between flattery and real merit. That is one aspect of charisma also. A charismatic leader will not fall for false appearances. He will understand what is what. He has got very great judging capacity. He must have the judging capacity. This is very important for a charismatic leader. Discretion. Discretion is very important for a charismatic leader. A charismatic person identifies good and he will be able to differentiate between good and evil and take only good. Truth and falsehood, he will be able to identify the truth just by means of a glance. It is not related to any knowledge or education or any sort of intellectual quality or training. It is a God-given gift. He has more powerful sixth sense. His sixth sense works very accurately, very sharply. He is very attentive. He is a good listener. And he is a good speaker, but he is not a voracious reader or talker. He will be very crisp in his words, but he will reach his target. That is charisma.